early 1993, Barry and I received a phone call from Marty Trachtenberg, who was then executive director of the Jewish Community Center. And he said, I have an idea. I think perhaps it's time that we have a Jewish film festival right here in our area. So we went to Uncle Louie's and we met Jody Mazer, who was then the cultural arts director. And Marty talked about what he thought we could do right here in our community, in Tidewater, about a Jewish film festival.
One of the missions of the Jewish Community Center was to try to bring cultural events to the community which would not be available through any other medium.
We contacted Tench Phillips and Tom Burroughs at the Nero. And yes, they had a time when they thought maybe we could do something.
We would have never been able to produce that film festival without the Nero Theater. And just the whole idea of being able to walk down Colley Avenue, look up at the marquee on the Nero and seeing the Virginia Festival of Jewish Film was so exciting.
There were no other Jewish film festivals in Virginia, so what should we call the festival? How about Virginia Festival of Jewish Film? And that's how we started 20 years ago.
I was very flattered when I was asked to be on the committee 20 years ago. And we have a good committee. It's from different walks of life, different interests. And an interesting part of the committee was that sometimes you were calling people saying, oh, come on and be on. It's nothing to it but looking at a movie. I think that's, we kind of sold it at the beginning. But then people got so interested in it, they really didn't want to get off the committee. We used to meet as a group and everybody look at it at one time, but it got to a point when everybody was very busy and so many films that we began to split up in small groups and then even get the trailers to take home, which was very good for all of us.
The 10th year anniversary, I was the chair of the film festival, and Marty had asked me to come on and help to make this not only a cultural event, but also a fundraising event. I think one of the most exciting parts of the festival has always been the reception. I think it's become a community happening, and I think people really look forward to that.
That was the year that the entire shift of the film festival changed. That was the year that we were offered a wonderful opportunity by Tidewater Community College. We were approached by the president at the time, Dr. Deborah DeCroce, and asked us, the JCC, if we would be interested in forming a educational partnership with the film festival. And Dr. DeCroce's vision was to do just that, to introduce cultural diversity into Tidewater Community College and to use our films as a learning tool and an educational tool. Tom Lee has been a vital part of this partnership from the very beginning.
When I first became aware of the lessons taught by the Virginia Festival of Jewish Film, I knew that it would be a perfect fit for the mission of Tidewater Community College and that the Roper Theater would be the perfect venue for this educational partnership.
In the beginning, of course, like I said, we didn't have that many films that we could show that gave a different point of view. I think that the general community has been educated about the quality of film that's coming out of Israel, which is really excellent nowadays. Plus, we're bringing in films made by filmmakers in Germany, in Czechoslovakia, that chances are the community would never see.
We've had several social issues that some people in the community couldn't accept at first. There's some that we did not show the first 5 or 10 years that we could show today. But I think the 20th year, we've come a long way.